there in social media land. I'm here. We're here.
Finally here.
We're finally here. I am the Revolution, and you are watching FCN's broadcast, our premier pregame show for Black Lightning. I believe we've been talking about commandeering their hashtag Get Lit.
We still in the works. We're playing with it.
We're playing around with that. However, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. I am the Revolution, and joined with me is FCN2's editor of Combat Sports.
Yes,
that's correct.
Yes.
Editor of Combat Sports, host of FCN's Millions wrestling show, Hoke Tone, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
The reason why Hoke Tone is here, he is easily the Arrowverse aficionado.
Yes, I am. I've been an Arrowverse fan since season 1 of Arrow.
Okay.
CW has done a great job at points.
Yes. Arrow was really good the first 3 seasons.
Yes, I totally would agree. It had you on the edge at times, and you seen something. It had a grittiness to it.
Yeah.
So it still pushes barriers at times, but
yeah, it's not bad. And then Flash came in.
Yep, Flash.
And Flash was dope. Episode 1, day 1, it came out. It was dope. Then there's
Supergirl.
I watched a few episodes of Supergirl.
It got better. If everybody forgot that on the first season it was on, I believe, CBS.
Yes.
And once they actually moved over to the CW with the rest of and she actually joined the Arrowverse, you actually seen a big difference in writing style and a big change in character. It was a lot of stuff that I was amazed at.
Okay. And then they moved on to
DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow, which to me felt like one of those shows that you saw on WGN. Remember, like the Hercules?
Yes. Yes.
Vanishing Sun. Was it Vanishing?
It was that Xena the Warrior Princess.
Xena. What was the one with the ghost Chinese brother? What was it Vanishing Sun, right?
I think I stopped watching it.
No, it was so good. I think it was on for 2 seasons. We have to look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna look that
up. One. It was Knight Rider 2020. It was some weird shows out there. Some very weird shows. So here's the thing. We're here. Black Panther. Black Lightning. Woo. I'm jumping the gun here. I am jumping the gun of excitement.
We see who wins this Marvel and DC battle with you.
Okay. Well, no. I'm a DC guy. Look, you got Batman, Superman. Look at this. I'm sure you got Wolverine sitting on high, but Blurred is written down
in DC.
Blurred
Yeah.
In DC, I got Spider.
Look,
Batman is.
It's all fairness, man. It's all fairness.
Cheese and crackers, you people. Let me take a sip of my cold drink.
Where's my cold drink?
I'm not like the other shows that Reggie on We the Dead.
Was it Vanishing Sun?
Vanishing Sun, that's what I think it was.
Russell Wong.
With Russell Wong. Yep. That was a dope show. That was a really dope show. Y'all we gotta find it out there.
See how I distracted him from the liquid?
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't forget. We gonna talk about this.
No, we won't. So nevertheless, so we get here to Black Lightning. When I first saw that they were doing it, I was like, okay. I was like, okay. And I have a very, like anybody else that's 80 babies and they grew up in the 80s and the 90s. You remember, if you were an SNL fan, this skit of Black Lightning. Why do I keep saying Black Panther? I am just too pumped up. Don't drag me out there. Do we have it?
Drag him.
Okay.
Put it on in between you two on picture in picture.
Okay, cold drink.
Yep, it's playing now.
Sinbad, 1992, I believe, is playing the titular hero, Black Lightning. It was all in a joke because of Superman's death, Doomsday killing him.
Right.
And so Saturday Night Live lampooned that, and Jimmy Olsen was greeting everyone that came in, and Black Lightning couldn't get in because no one knew who he was.
Right.
And he was obscure. And I remember at the end of the bit, he stole some shrimp that Aquaman had brought. He stole it in a paper bag. And I remember, I don't even know why he wasn't put in the Justice League cartoon, but they put Black Vulcan in there, who was basically Black Lightning, but it was very weird. So I remember being young and always feeling like my heroes always had to have big afros and fly collars and their shirts always open and all this machismo. Like if you go and look at his costume in the 70s
and look at Luke Cage's, they're the same person. They're literally the same person.
With them and the V-neck that goes all the way down to your belly.
That's what I'm saying, man. And it was like everything was just so everything was jive.
Yeah.
You know, and I never felt like my heroes were dope heroes. So, we were always made fun of, in that skit. It was funny, but it also kind of hurt at the same time to see SNL make fun of Black Lightning, who truthfully was a pretty badass character when you really look at it.
Yes.
And so real quick, for anyone that doesn't know out there who wants to get caught up, let's run a quick video of Black Lightning's origin story, shall we?
We shall.
Cold drink.
Black Lightning is a superhero created by the writer Tony Isabella and artist Trevor Von Eeden, first appearing in 1977's Black Lightning #1, and is DC Comics' first African-American superhero to star in their own series for DC. Gold medal Olympic decathlete Jefferson Pierce returned to his old neighborhood in the south side of Metropolis known as Suicide Slum, with his wife Lynn Stewart and his daughter Anissa, to become the principal of Garfield High School. Southside, as once known, was where his father, renowned journalist Alvin Pierce, had been murdered. Guilt over this event was a factor in his decision to leave the city of Metropolis. Suicide Slum was being torn apart by a local organized criminal gang called the 100. Shady corporations and crooked local politicians like Tobias Whale. A family friend and tailor, Peter Gamby, had taught a younger Jefferson how to suppress his inborn metahuman abilities so that he would not accidentally hurt people. Upon his return, Gamby suggested to Jefferson that he should use his powers to help the neighborhood, and refers him to a plaque with a Milo Sweetman quote. Justice, like lightning, should ever appear to some men hope, to other men fear. Before Jefferson decides to don the mask, the public murder of one of his more promising students, Earl Clifford, forces him to learn quickly that the 100 objected violently to any interference. All of this is done with the support of his wife and family. His mentor, Peter Gamby, a tailor, made his trademark crime-fighting outfit to become the crime-fighting Black Lightning.
So, thank you for sticking around. This is Black Lightning pregame show. So, if you paid attention, I don't know if you did, you were doing other things with your phone.
I'm always doing other things with my phone.
Well, you should pay attention.
Pay a lot of attention.
Well, I need you to pay more attention. Nevertheless, the one thing that's different, if you've paid attention from Black Lightning's origin
to now,
well, the one that the CW is going to run with.
Yeah.
So, Black Lightning came home back to Metropolis on the south side. And why all black superheroes? Why we always got to be from the damn south side?
It's the south side or the west side.
Well, I've never seen a character from the west side. The south. Is this some unspoken rule, like where they ship all the Negroes to us on the south side of the city?
That's because they trying to keep us down, you know.
See, this is why he's on the show, ladies and gentlemen. I like that theory. So he came home. He wasn't a superhero, yet he had the powers. He's a metahuman. That means that's DC's version of a mutant, right?
Right.
And so he has these abilities. He learned to suppress them, and then his wife in bed. This all comes from Black Lightning's Year One storyline that came out in the 90s, I believe.
Okay.
And so then he was told to use his powers, as you heard, and he became Black Lightning. In the show, the CW show, it's going to go a little differently. He was Black Lightning in the past.
Right. And he hung up his cape.
He stopped being a hero. His wife knows about his identity. She always supported him. The brother ain't bulletproof. So he was getting his ass shot up out there in the streets trying to be a super saver Negro. And so he hung it up to have a family. So we pick up to where he was in the comic book of pursuing his life as a principal to try to change his community from
the inside out.
Right. So he has daughters. His daughters have no idea that he used to be Black Lightning. And I wonder if it's clear that they're going to have powers because both his daughters are Lightning and Thunder.
Thunder and Lightning. They're the original Thunder and Lightning.
Thunder and Lightning.
And people who grew up with me on the Teen Titans Cartoon Network, Thunder and Lightning were Asian, and we never seen Thunder and Lightning, the Black daughters.
Okay.
So that's one of the huge points for me with this show. Also, I've heard rumors that he's actually not being considered a metahuman.
Oh.
Because supposedly this is another universe. So they're not supposed to be doing the cross. And let's be honest, they always do this. The first season, we're going to see what kind of numbers you do. Then, since we got the Flash that can run into any universe, we're going to bridge the story together. So apparently...
Yeah, boo.
Boo. Yeah, seriously. But apparently what they're saying is that he actually doesn't have any powers. He's a normal man who
boo that
uses his human abilities, such as his intelligence. That's how he became a principal. To build a suit. But that generates lightning.
And Peter helps him. He's a tailor. He helps him build the suit. But I want to say this: I was very impressed with how everything looked. I love the cast.
Yes.
First and foremost, there were a lot of people out there giving Cress Williams hell. Right?
Really?
A lot of people didn't want him to be. A lot of people kept making fun of what was his name on whatchamacallit? On Living Single. Was it Scooter?
Yes.
It was Scooter dating Khadijah, and we didn't buy that. We didn't. Queen Latifah, you need more people. We didn't believe that you was with Scooter. We didn't believe that. She should have been with Max or Regine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Because there isn't. Because not at all. That's okay. Love wins.
Yeah.
Love wins. I like rainbows. You like rainbows?
Yeah.
I like Lucky Charms.
Skittles.
Oh, who doesn't like Skittles?
Good Skittles.
Skittles. Skittle diddles. So So yes, it is, sir. So one of the other things, they got James Remar in here for Peter Gamby, and I love that. I love that they got old James in there. If anyone doesn't know, remember Warriors? Remember he was Ajax in Warriors. This is one of my favorite characters.
One of the favorite
characters.
characters.
Man, WGN used to play the hell out of Warriors, didn't they?
I still watch Warriors.
I have it twice on DVD. I have the director's edition, and then I had just the regular one. And when the Blu-ray, I'm gonna go get the Blu-ray too. I love Warriors.
I loved it.
I love it. So here's the thing that really brought me into Black Lightning. It's the family.
Yes.
And they're black.
Mm-hmm.
They're brown skin. He's got a brown skinned wife. He doesn't have the racially ambiguous wife. Mm-hmm. He has a legitimate brown skinned black woman wife. Yes. And he has legitimate brown skinned black children, daughters.
Yes.
And to see this dynamic of a black male married, taking care of his family, and they all become heroes is probably the most refreshing thing that I could imagine right now happening in this climate, socially, politically, it's just all the way around. That I think that we need this. The country needs it. Everyone needs to see this.
Right.
And I think this could be our 21st century Cosby Show. This could be our super-powered Cosby. And that's how I'm playing it in my mind. Like, this could really turn around and do something for our community as a whole. And if what you said is correct, Reggie said Scooter. If what you said is correct, that CW, DC, Arrowverse will then, once they see what the numbers are, then pull him in. I think it's a travesty on their part because they don't have faith to come right out and say, this is in the Arrowverse. We believe in it.
You also got to take in mind, Supergirl was finna get canceled after season 1. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
And in order to save it, send it over here. We'll work with it. We'll make it successful. We know what to do with it.
Yeah. It's called they could take those numbers that she put up at CBS and on the CW, it can stay around.
Yeah, right.
Because CBS, you have to have at least, don't quote me on this, but to remain viable on there, I think you have to have about at least 2 million.
Yeah.
And I don't think she was pulling the 2 at least, and that's not great. You know, when they're pulling Titan numbers with their comedies and their reality TV programs. Right. But I think Black Lightning is going to get in homes tonight, and it's going to do what the Cosby Show did in 1984. We got to see ourselves in a way that we had never saw ourselves before. A doctor, a lawyer, multiple children in home, not in the projects, upper middle class, family, having dinner. It was great, and I think we're going to see this same dynamic here. What expectations do you have for the show?
I want to see. Now, I'm not saying I don't have high expectations, but what I do want to see, I want to see Black Lightning's inspirational side. Okay. Because if a lot of people don't know, in the comics, he actually became the Secretary of Education under the Luther regime.
Yes.
Because of, him still being a part of the Justice League of America, he had to step down. But that just goes to show you how far he was willing to go for education. Really good drink, huh?
Yeah, it's a delicious cold drink. And you see it's got the lemon in it.
Yeah, I see. Okay. See? But
I'm celebrating my blackness, baby. I'm drinking. This is a Kool-Aid concoction here. This is Sharkleberry Fin and watermelon with lemon.
Sounds good.
It's not good. It's delicious.
Delicious.
It's delicious. Hold on. I'm gonna.
But I also,
Secretary of Education.
He became the Secretary of Education. Now, we also need to understand that he did breed and train. He did train 3 big members of the next generation of Justice League, which comes in his daughters, Thunder and Lightning, and one person that I grew up with that hits close to home with me, that was raised on the south side of North Dakota, Static Shock. So with no metahumans being brought into this, we do lose a little bit of viability with certain people.
Yeah, and if they're smart though, they'll work around that. So this is something I want to talk about. What's your thoughts about Warner Brothers, DC riding this black wave right now? What do you think? Do you think it's genuine? Like, hey, we really need to do this, or
y'all not invited to the picnic, homie? Y'all
you don't want to invite them?
Like, no, it's not for real. Like, we've been one of these characters for how long? What Green Lantern? What Green Lantern was the most popular?
Oh, John Stewart, easily.
John Stewart, easily, right? But who do we get?
We got Hal Jordan. And so let's talk about that, right? When you look at Vixen, Vixen got an animated series online. They didn't even feel like she should get a live action show, even though she appeared as a character
on Arrowverse, and then she reappeared on DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
Right. But nope, don't give her a show. Okay, and then here we go with Black Lightning. So do you think they're placating, or do you think that at the end of the day it's all smart business?
Yes, I totally agree. But it's think about it this way.
I will.
It's a black sidekick type thing, you know. And I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, please.
One of the main reasons why I watch Arrow is because of Diggle, or Spartan as his hero name is, and he does a hell of a job, to balance out the brooding Green Arrow, because they really made Green Arrow into Batman.
Oh, they made Oliver McQueen Batman.
Yes.
They really, and I think that's why everyone fell for him and really loved him, because they made that song O.B. Batman.
Yes.
They did. I mean, they took all Batman swag and made him green and gave him bow and arrow. So, okay. So what you're saying is, wrap up your thought for me so I know succinctly what is it that you're saying about DC and Warner Brothers.
We're finally getting the show, but it's not a genuine thing. Who's to say they didn't want to? They made the show basically as a form of, oh well, we're gonna drop this show right before Black Panther.
Yeah,
you know, let's do these numbers. That time is not. It can't be coincidental.
Oh, it's not coincidental at all. And to have a black man, and you got something? No, okay. To have a black man, have a family, and to ride the wave like they're watching. Mm-hmm. They're watching. And speaking of watching, put that graphic up for me real quick. Later this evening, during the show, after you watch our pre-show, I want you to go and watch the show. But if you're on social media, make sure that you live tweet along with BGN. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Watch with Black Girl Nerds and live tweet with them using the hashtag. What's the hashtag? Get lit.
Get lit.
Use hashtag Get Lit. Live tweet with Black Girl Nerds. She's a friend of the show. She's a friend of the network. We would appreciate it if you guys do it because
that's what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I like live tweeting with Jamie Broadnex and Black Girl Nerds.
Yeah, people that actually know what they be talking about.
Yes, and speaking of which, though, I think that they're placating to that group of people out there, that large movement of, what do we call ourselves? Blurs. Right? Who are out there, black nerds, who are out here who love these properties, whether it's white people, Latin people, LGBTQ. We just like comics. We like fandom. We like science fiction. And I think that we've been screaming about inclusion. We want people that look like us, and they gave it to us.
And literally that they giving it to us with Supergirl. Look at what's going on in Supergirl, right? I don't look at it. Okay. So let me explain what's going on in Supergirl.
Quickly. Wrap that up.
Her sister is a lesbian.
Okay.
They brought in Martian Manhunter, who his human form is black.
Is a black man, yeah.
You know, and then you keep on surrounding her with aliens.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay. What time do we got?
We got 7 minutes.
We got 7 minutes? Okay. So, really quickly, for those out there who don't know, let's show everyone what Black Lightning's powers are. Let's roll that, please, shall we?
Jefferson is an electro-telekinesis, able to generate raw electricity that he has learned to manipulate and control. Besides being able to control electricity, Black Lightning can turn into electricity himself. In his electrical form, Black Lightning is almost invulnerable. He can't be hit with physical objects, can't be poisoned or infected with any diseases, and he doesn't need air, food, or water to survive. He can go through conditions that would normally kill him, and even into space as electricity, and survive. He can shoot himself across vast distances in electrical form, but also travel the same way electricity can, by jumping into cables and or wires. Black Lightning can pass through walls or solid objects, and can travel at the speed of light. His powers allow him to absorb energy in order to make himself stronger, faster, heal quicker, and produce more lightning.
Where's my super suit?
Where's my
super suit?
Yeah. Which is coming out, man.
Which is coming out. I can't wait.
I cannot wait for Incredible Suit.
Wait.
I can't wait.
But that part took over the whole movie because every black person was like, yep, that's exactly the black man's plight.
So real quick, if people don't know, Black Lightning is one of, when you really look at his power set, he is, the dude can move at the speed of light.
Yes.
He can transform himself into pure electrical energy.
Yes.
He can control it on multiple levels. He can slow people's heart rate down. Like the dude, if he were in the Marvel universe, let me ask you this question. I think you know where I'm going with this. Maybe. Let me ask you, Reggie, if you're watching out there, let me know. If he were in the X universe, would he be an Omega level mutant?
Yes.
Wow. He'd be an Omega level mutant?
I believe he would be an Omega level mutant.
I agree with you. Absolutely agree.
You have too many things that he can do, and he's not limited to.
Yeah.
You know, there's been times where, You know, he will literally sit there like, my light moves faster than your sound. You know, he's done incredible things where you'll be like, that's... Yes.
Reggie agrees?
He would be... Let's see. When there was I forget what Justice League comic it was, but Superman got beat, and he literally they couldn't get him to defibrilize. Yeah. And they had to use Black Lightning because he had the power to do it.
Okay.
You know?
So, 4 minutes? We got 4 minutes until showtime? Okie dokie. So we'll wrap this up in a little bit here. Let's go for 3 minutes. We'll try to wrap this up in 3. So, quick question. What do you expect from the premiere episode already? What is your prediction? What number do you give it 1 through 5 of our tally marks? Where would you predict this episode to go? 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest.
I'm going to give it a 4.
You're going to give it 4?
Yes. I think they're going to start out pretty slow, mainly because it's going to be a character who I shouldn't be doing this, but I have to.
Okay.
They're going to not give that much of a background run on him, but when it does pick up towards the later 15 minutes, it's going to be amazing.
What did he say? Tone got the ashiest knuckles I've ever seen on screen.
That's because I am a fight guy. We got to have ashy knuckles.
Yikes.
That's true. And you know what's crazy? I had a tub of hard brick-like shea butter that I could have brought out and shared with you.
I would have had you wouldn't have had the brick no more. These some ashy knuckles. Wow. This the fight crime, baby. I'm putting justice.
Listen, the Reggie Mathis stays hydrated. Okay, that's a one hydrated brother. Okay. He's hydrated. When you that woke, you gotta stay hydrated. Okay, his wife is ambassador to Stay Moisture. I'm sure he is more moisturized than any heterosexual man that's supposed to be moisturized. Okay, nobody's more moisturized than the Reggie Mathis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's probably I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say it's going to be a 4. I think it's going to be good character development. And you say a 3? J. Cole says it's going to be a 3. You say a 4. I say a 4. So that averages out to what? 3.5. 3.7. I think it's 3.75. Your math has always been shoddy. Yep. It's always been shoddy.
Questionable. As questionable as them knuckles.
Wow.
My knuckles ain't questionable, baby. I'm a vigilante.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you're on social media, if you're on Twitter, to join in with the live tweet using, Get Lit?
Get Lit.
Join us with Black Girl Nerds live tweeting Black Lightning up next on the CW. I am the Revolution. This is Hoke Tone. You have been watching FCN's pregame show broadcast of Black Lightning. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. What's today?
Today is Tuesday.
Tuesday. Tomorrow, Chesney will be pre-gaming the assassination of Gianni Versace. The show that's going to be on FX. This is going to be on the FX network.
Right, the
American Crime Story. But she will be pre-gaming here in the FCN studio tomorrow at what time? 8:39? I don't know. You guys will see something. Check the schedule. Thank you all so much. Leave comments, like, share, subscribe, follow. Please do all those positive things. Once again, I am the Revolution. This is Hoke Tone. We are FCN. Thank you for joining us. God bless. Good night.